What's going on? Welcome back to Real World Tool Reviews. And we're going to talk about channel locks again. I got some new channel locks, believe it or not. Actually, several new channel locks. And it got me thinking about different designs and some of my favorites and a great company. So that's what we're going to talk about. I already opened my beer, sorry. Somebody said on the last video, that beer's already open. And yeah, sometimes I'll be sipping and then I got to make a video. I try to do the same intro, but sometimes I open the beer and forget. But anyway, I was checking out some of these new tools that I got, and they're all except for one made by Wilde Tool Company, which is, I believe, how you pronounce it. I have always said Wilde Tool. It's Wilde, but I think the way it's really pronounced is Wilde. And I want to say their name right because they're a great company and they make great freaking channel locks. And the thing that I really want to say first, right off the bat, about them is I ordered these three pliers off of their website, Wilde. I think it's just wilde.com, wildetool.com maybe. But I ordered these to here with the flush fastener, which is really nice. We'll talk about it in a second. But I ordered these 10-inch ones, and they got the order wrong, and they sent me the other two they sent were right, but what came was these with the regular fastener. Still nice pliers, just not what I ordered, and they're a little bit less expensive than the flush fastener kind. So I sent them an email and saying, okay, can I return these? Can I exchange these for the right ones? And they emailed me right back and said, sorry for the mistake. Keep the ones that you got, and we'll ship the right ones out right away. A couple days later, the right ones showed up, and I just thought it was really awesome customer service, and it was really great to see that. And I really appreciate that because now I got two really nice pairs of channel locks, which, I got quite a few. We all know. It's not like I needed it, but who knows? Maybe I'll give these to a buddy or something. Give it to somebody who needs it. Give it to one of my guys. But anyway, that was just a really good experience, and I wanted to shout them out. So if you're thinking of buying some tools from them, they make all kinds of great products. I've got a bunch of good Wilde or / Wild or whatever you want to say. They make a lot of great tools, USA made tools, and if you buy them off their website, they'll take care of you. So anyway, they make my favorite design ever for channel locks, which is these right here. This is made by Wilde. Their Douglas is what they're rebranded. You can barely say it now. I got all these channel locks, and half the time, or probably 90% of the time, I end up just using these. They're just my favorite. I need a little bit of lubrication. But we've talked about them plenty of times, the way that they open up real wide and have really good teeth on them. They're just the best. They're my favorite design ever. And I actually have loved them for a long time, and I didn't even realize that I had these were the exact same. I knew they were almost the same, but the solder steel ones that I've had forever. This pair of pliers has been with me for as long as, they're like one of the tools like this screwdriver it's been with me since the beginning of time. And like this screwdriver, they've seen better days. The jaws are pretty much done. The handles pretty much done. But that's because I used them all the time. They just were my favorite channel locks ever for, just forever. I had them. They worked. I used them all the time, and, they're wore out. Whatever. And then I got a hold of these Douglas ones because there was a plumber working at my house who had them, and I was like, those look kind of like my solder steel ones that I need a new pair of. I'll get these. And I was like, these are better for some reason. I don't think they were. I think I just basically like them better because they're yellow, and they're easier to see or whatever. But once I got these, man, I was sold on the Douglas, is what I thought. And then I found out that they were made by Wilde, and that's where we're at. And it led me to look for more. So I was on eBay, and I saw these. These are branded Mac tools. So, these were sold on the Mac truck at one point. They're the same exact pliers, but they're chrome plated, where these are nickel coated. These ones are chrome, and so that's really cool. I like the fact that they're chrome, and I like the red handles. I couldn't resist having another pair of these, and the fact that they're Mac is just cool. I'm a big Mac tools fan anyway, so I thought that was great. Picked them up. These are going to probably go in my main tool bag. These Douglases live in my plumbing pouch, and these are great plumbing pliers. The design is really meant for plumbing, I think. But and we'll talk about that with these too. But I picked these up on eBay, and then I picked up these flush fastener ones too. These are just 10-inch ones. And then I got these ones, which we'll talk about here in a second. But these ones, both of these, they're unique. They're not the size of channel locks that you normally see. These ones, they look they look very similar to these. They're the same angled slip joint design. So these are like a slip joint instead of a tongue and groove, and they call them an angled slip joint. So they're like a pair of slip joint pliers like this, angled. That's how they got to be that way. And it's really a design that really only this company makes them. And I don't know if they have a patent that hasn't run out or what, or if just nobody makes them like this, but it's the best design. But these are 11-inch. They're a little bit bigger. These are 10-inch. These are 11-inch. But these 11-inch ones, they open up just a tad bit wider, and they're an inch longer. Now these ones, I got the black oxide, which I know black oxide will rust a little bit better or a little bit faster, but I just wanted something different, and I just love the way these look. But these have a really cool design. So these ones, they have these notches in the end, and they say they're made in the description for sink basket nuts and stuff. So those grooves fit right on that nut there. And if you've ever put in sink baskets like this, that shit's a pain in the ass. I hate these. I have a special wrench that works for this kind of nut. But in a pinch, you got your channel locks on you. I've done it plenty of times with a pair of Douglases. You just get it on like here and get it on there on that widest adjustment. It'll get on that nut. It works. They slip off sometimes. Those stupid little pegs. I just hate this kind of basket nut. But with this, you can get those grooves on there, and it feels a lot better. Like it's not going to pop off so easy. So that's a great design, and that shows you that they're trying to make a tool that helps out guys in the trades. It helps plumbers. It's a made-for-plumbing design, basically. And their teeth are just amazing. Their teeth bite so good, that makes them versatile. It makes it to where if you need to grab a piece of half-inch pipe like this, you can do that, and it works great. So, and we're going to talk about pipe stuff in a second, pliers for pipe. But that's a 11-inch design that you just don't see. And then these here, these are 12 3/4 inches. This is a big ass pair of channel locks. I mean, you can get on some stuff here. Now here are my channel lock 440s. They're 12-inch. They're beasts. Everybody has to have a pair of 440s. I love these guys. But these are 12 3/4. Now these are 12 3/4. You can see, they're 3/4 of an inch longer. But man, look how much beefier these guys are. And look at the difference here. That's crazy. Like these guys, these wild ones, they look like they could eat these channel locks. And they're really comfortable. These and these, when you compare them to the channel lock style that's, pretty similar, like the 10-inch ones. I got my 10-inch channel locks here that I love. These ones have a wider handle and thicker rubber coating on the handles. They're more comfortable than the channel locks. I have to say that. They just are. As much as I love channel locks, these are more comfortable. These 10-inch ones actually are a little smaller than the 10-inch channel lock, these Wilde ones. But anyway, these 12 3/4 are absolute monsters. And for them to be just a little bit bigger is cool because you just don't see this size very often. So it's neat. It's interesting. So when I bought these, it made me think about like my lineup of different sizes, and I now have a lot of different sizes. So I got my 16-inch monsters that are just crazy. And when you need something huge, you need something huge, And then I got my 13-inch pipe wrench pliers, which they're Douglas brand, but they're made by Wilde Tools as well. And they're beasts. They're 13-inch ones. And then I got the 12s, but now I've got the 12 3/4 in between that, So that just gives me another option. Then I got my 12-inch. Then I got my 10-inch, except now I got my 11-inch, which just gives me another weapon in the arsenal, another player in the lineup. So 12, 11, 10-inch. And then I got the 9.5-inch Craftsman's, which have a flush rivet. And that brings me to the last new pair that I got. And that is these babies right here. Craftsman Professional Western Forge, made by these are the same as these, except they're just a V-jaw design. Western Forge pliers are amazing. Those Craftsman Western Forge from back in the day are awesome. I found these on eBay. There was a guy, I should have told y'all about it when they were still up and gave y'all a link for it. But these are brand new. And this eBay store was selling them brand new for $23 with free shipping. And I should have bought more, but these are super sweet. And they are crazy the way their design is. The V-jaws on these, they bite on like 1/2-inch pipe. Amazing. They're I don't know if these came out after Nipex did or whatever, but Nipex claim to fame is these V-jaws that they even say on it, self-locking. So their big thing is that once you get them locked on or whatever, you don't have to you don't have to squeeze the handles together. You just push on it and it's locked on there, which is true. They're amazing. The way they bite is fantastic. But it's almost like these are like the same kind of design. They're very aggressive, going this way, going that way. And these ones have such a nice, flat rubber handle. And when you get them on this adjustment here, it's almost like these were made for 1/2-inch pipe. I mean, it is crazy. They did slip a little there, but man, they lock. You just got to get it locked on the end there. It's crazy. I mean, they do the same exact thing. They do the same exact thing. And they are kind of a little bit more of a beefier design, which I tend to like better, but a more comfortable handle too. These guys are badass, and I'm getting ready to run a gas line in my house to a different area. I mean, I've got gas, but I'm running it to a different area for my stove. I'm going to put a gas stove in, and I'll probably use these just because they're perfect for 1/2-inch pipe, you know. Now, I might just end up using a pipe wrench for a lot of it, and a lot of times I'll use these pipe wrench pliers because, you know, you saw I was kind of straining with that, but man, you put these things on there, they just make quick work of it. You can see how this design is. So we're kind of just talking a little bit about, you know, part of the things that kind of drives me nuts about like the marketing for Knipex is, yeah, self-locking or whatever. They do self-lock or whatever, but so do a lot of things. Like these Douglas pipe wrench pliers, I guarantee you I can lock these on here and push on just the back like this, and they lock. I mean, and then you go like that, and you know, they act just like a pipe wrench almost. You know, they do the same freaking thing. These do the same freaking thing. You need to grab some pipe. Get you a pair of pipe wrench pliers. Or better yet, a pipe wrench. But a lot of times, you know, like right here, I've got a pipe wrench around here somewhere. Here we go. You know, right here you can fit a pipe wrench. And that works great, you know. Pipe wrench is what is the best tool for it. But what about like right here? You don't want to jack up these threads. So that's when the thinness of the Knipex comes in handy. But even these would work. They'll fit on there fine. You don't want to mess up those threads, you know. You do that. But you can also do it with these beasts right here. Their teeth work great. And they'll really lock on. These don't lock onto round pipe quite as good. You got to kind of squeeze them together a little bit, but man, you can get it done with these. So, but the design of these is amazing, and it kind of goes to show you that like these Knipex are not the only ones that do it. These were probably made before Knipex ever even came out, maybe. And I know that these guys right here, they've been making these channel locks way before these probably ever came out. And guess what? These do it too. And these ones are actually kind of interesting because they have teeth here and here, both sides of the V. For whatever reason, these Craftsman, no teeth on that side of the V. And same with these ones. No teeth right there. I mean, they are on the end, but no teeth on that part of the V, which I don't know why really, but guess what? These boys will do it too. You get them locked in their V, they will do the same exact thing. I can crank on these, get them locked on to their V, and would you just look at that? I mean, pushing, you could stand on these just like they stand on them in the Knipex video. So you can get some Craftsman, or you know, they still make these channel lock ones all day long. You can get these and they're just as good as Knipex. Way cheaper too. So anyway, that's just a bunch of different channel lock designs. But yeah, I think the The rivet on these is really cool. The fit, just look at the finish on these. I mean, this is a beautiful pair of pliers. And this is my Craftsman. This kind of wears away after a while. And look at the teeth on these. These are really nice. But man, these Western Forge ones, they're awesome. This flush rivet, I actually like a lot better. Well, I'm not going to say a lot better. I like this design too. It's just different. This one has this little hex bolt that goes into this circle here, and it makes it flush, but you can actually tighten and loosen these, which actually might be kind of cool. So, but this is much more elegant, you know. Nothing on this side, little rides in the groove like this. Much more elegant that way. But man, we'll put these in here instead of these. That's a hell of a lineup right here. And it's actually really, you know, it's cool to have all these different sizes. I've got all the way down to these 6 inches, which these ones, these are a Tecton brand, but they're made by Wilde, and they have super aggressive little teeth there too. So they're the same angled slip joint. That's what this design is, the angled slip joint. And the angled slip joint, it's the best for plumbing. Like, you got a sink basket like this or whatever, you know, you try to put the Nipex on it, or any V-jaw channel locks. You only got like one tooth on either side of this V, and down here it's the same kind of deal. One tooth on either side of the V, but I mean, it'll work, but it just doesn't get as good of a bite. You put these guys on it, and even though they're straight or whatever, biting on something round, they get more teeth. You got like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teeth on the bottom there. This works better on that. And then you get these kind of weird nuts that you run into on plumbing. These V-jaws, they're like, oh, you can get the corners. Great. Okay, great. You can get the corner up here pretty good. But down here, you're not even really touching hardly anything but one tooth on that corner. I mean, you can tighten it okay, but it's going to slip off and piss you off. Whereas this guy, look how good it does. So that's why I wish that they would make a straight jaw version of Nipex. I like the alligators. I've got my Cobras, and I use these Cobras all the time now. They're sweet. They're really good. I think for the V-jaw, having the push button is better because it gives you more adjustments. So it's a finer adjustment, you know. So these are too small for big stuff, but you can most of the time work these to where they'll get on most stuff. But it's because they have so many more adjustments. All these little teeth are an adjustment, you know. So that's a big deal. This one doesn't have as many, so with the V-jaws, you need more adjustments to get them in the perfect spot, if that makes sense. I'm not really explaining that good, but you know what I mean. Whereas if this were straight, it would be a lot like these. And these are just super convenient for plumbing and a lot of other stuff. If these were straight, they would be a lot better to get on most things, you know. And they're nice and thin. They're a good design with the box joint or whatever, and they would work great for getting on stuff like this too if they were straight. And I don't know why Nipex doesn't make a straight jaw version of these. Somebody commented on one of my videos talking about this and was like saying that they thought it was stupid that Nipex would never make a straight jaw because straight jaw channel locks like this are stupid, and that it's just the Germans are so much smarter, and that's why they would never make a straight jaw pair. And I thought it was such a stupid comment. It made me want to make this video just to respond to it. It's like, this right here alone is the reason why I want Nipex to make a straight jawed version. And if you've ever done a lot of plumbing work in your life, I think that you would agree that a lot of times straight jaw channel locks are much better. These ones are great for pipe, and they're great for a lot of round stuff. They really are good, but I mean, they really are. They bite good, but you can do the same damn thing with these, and you can make some pipe happen with these too. And if you really want to make some pipe happen, get you a pipe wrench pliers made by Wilde Tools. They sell them on their website. They're awesome. These right here are absolute monsters. The way their handles, the handles fit together. I'm shaking this camera all around. They're just an awesome pair for pipe, but I don't know. They're just, man, there's some weird noises going on in my neighborhood, but sorry if you can hear that on the video. But man, it really made me want to just do a video talking about these different designs, and I also wanted to just show you these new ones I got. These awesome Craftsman ones. I'm gonna be so excited to use these. These Mac ones. eBay can really be a problem. Between the Mac and the Craftsman, these are sweet. And these flush fastener Wildes, they're awesome. I just wanted to tell y'all about that good experience I had with their customer service. They really were super cool about them making a mistake, and now I ended up with two. But anyway, whether you got V-jaw or straight jaw, I would highly recommend these Wilde designs. And this 11-inch, really cool. Check out their website if you're interested in this type of design, because I think their website is actually the best deal on these. Like, you can get these Douglases for $32, I think, on Amazon or something like that. But I think you might be able to get them for the same or cheaper straight from the Wilde guys, and they're a great company making tools in the USA, and they have been for a very long time. So I think we ought to support them. If you guys see this video, man, thank you for that free pair of pliers, and thank you for making channel locks that are so awesome, and all the other cool things that y'all make in the USA. But anyway, it's just been one of those videos where we talk about a pair of channel locks for half an hour, But that's what we do around here. So anyway, thanks for watching.